the blockchain? Are you guys ready for this? This is gonna be a fun one. So in this video, we are going to dive deep into even the computer got excited. In this video, we're going to dive deep into what is the blockchain, specifically how I would explain the blockchain to my 4-year-old and how I am explaining the blockchain to my 4-year-old, because let's be honest, y'all, it's going to be around for a while now. Okay, this is unavoidable, as I also do believe that the future of private equity, but that's probably time for a different video, is that the future of private equity is to tokenize business assets. We're going to talk about this in a different video, but let's get to the blockchain. Especially if you don't know what the blockchain is, be sure to save this video and share it with someone who also doesn't know what the blockchain is, so that we can all be together and understand what's going on in the world right now and how the financial system is changing. So let's get to it. Have some notes on my phone. So the blockchain, the word sounds very complicated to most of us, right? Especially to someone who doesn't know what it's about. So I'm gonna explain it to you. Think about it. We're gonna use some of metaphors, and I'm gonna use blocks as some of the metaphors to explain the blockchain, just like the blocks that obviously every 4-year-old loves to use to build all kinds of cool stuff with them, castles, houses, whatever not, or you can use Legos, it doesn't matter. So let's get to it. Imagine you have a special notebook. For anyone who can recognize this notebook and where it's from, just as a side note, you're my kind of people. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, okay? So imagine you have a special notebook, and this notebook is not like the ones that we use for drawing. No, it's magical, it's different. Let's call it the blockchain notebook. Now, every time you want to add something special to this notebook, like a drawing or like a note, you create and this is where my art skills from this special art high school, I don't know if you didn't know that, I went to a special art high school because I love art and I wanted to actually be an artist. This is pretty close. Okay, so every time, let's say you want to add something important like a drawing or a note, you are gonna create a block like this one on this piece of paper, and each piece of paper in here, you can stick it on here, or you actually didn't have to rip it out. You can also just add a block here or here, whatever. And each piece of paper is like a special page in our notebook. Now, here's the cool part. Once you finish the piece of paper, I'm just using a tiny one right now, but imagine a full page. Once you finish that piece of paper, you don't just stick it anywhere into the notebook. No, you connect it to the page before it. Just like when you build with blocks, you have to add one block to the other and after the other. You cannot just take a block and put it somewhere in the air. It doesn't work. So it has to be connected, or a Lego piece, right? And guess what? All of your friends have the exact same magical notebook, and they're also adding pages like you just did to the notebook at the same time like you're doing. It's like we are all drawing and building together. So each page in the notebook has something special on it, like a drawing of your favorite toy or a note about a fun game. Now here is where it gets really, really cool. Everyone in our group, so you and your friends and your parents, your mommy, have to agree that what we drew into this notebook, or what we wrote in it, or what we built with the blocks is right. It's all of our friends or trusty friends saying, yeah, that looks good to me. Let's go with that. Or yes, that block thing, whatever you built looks cool. Let's go with that. This makes sure that no one can change what we drew or what we wrote without everyone knowing. But wait, there's more magic. This special notebook, it doesn't just have to be for drawings. It can literally be used actually for all sorts of things. Did you notice about notebooks? Some people use it for sharing special stickers, some for trading toys, and others use it even to remember who borrowed a cookie from them and when. It's like a magical sharing notebook that keeps everything super safe and fair. You know, some of us grown-ups, for instance, use this magical notebook for important things, like buying things without needing coins or cash, or keeping track about who owns what. It helps the grown-ups trust each other and make sure that everything is fair. Imagine it kind of like the special power of superheroes. Hello, Marvel. It makes sure that everyone is playing nicely and sharing nicely, and also in a big and happy way. So our magical notebook here, that is the blockchain. Okay, let me know in the comments if you found this little analogy of the magical notebook to be helpful to understand the blockchain a little bit. And I wanted to kind of continue this video a little bit further when we talk about the blockchain. And I want to dive into why it's such a game changer, or going to be such a game changer. At the core of it, the blockchain is a decentralized and distributed ledger. It's like a digital record keeping system, but instead of being stored in one central location, it's spread across a network of computers, often also referred to as nodes. Hence, do you remember all of our different magical notebooks that every one of our friends has too? So when you're using blocks again, like our 4-year-olds love to play with, imagine just a set of blocks. And each one of the blocks contains a list of transactions. Where are my blocks, by the way, when I need them? Cosmo? Just kidding. And every one of the blocks is linked to the previous block, and it's essentially creating a chain. Now, here's the magic. Once a block is added to the chain, is this looking weird? Just kidding. Once they are part of the chain, it's incredibly difficult to alter that information that they have stored inside every one of the blocks. And this makes the blockchain essentially safe and tamper resistant. So the key components of it again are decentralization, which our fiat currency system doesn't have, because there's no central authority. Should I add yet? No, but there's no central authority governing the system. The blockchain. This means no single entity has control over it, which means it makes it more resilient and transparent. To transparency. All transactions are visible to everyone in the network. And this transparency helps build trust in the system. Free security. The cryptographic nature of the blockchain makes it more than secure. Transactions are verified and cannot easily be altered. And 4, there is a consensus mechanism built into the blockchain. So before a block is added to the system, to our chain, the system or the network has to agree the information within that block is valid. Do you remember our paper piece from the notebook analogy? That's what I was referring to. The agreement is typically achieved throughout a consensus mechanism like proof of work or proof of stake. So now that you're getting what kind of the blockchain is, I hope, what are some real-world applications? So I was hinting on some of it already, the tokenization of essentially private business assets. But blockchain is also the technology behind cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. And if you're interested to learn more about those, check out my other video. Those cryptocurrencies are by and large enabling secure financial transactions and transparent. But it's actually not just about money. Further industries that are exploring the blockchain capabilities are industries like supply chain management, healthcare records, voting systems. Hello, 2024 US elections. Please send help. I just said that. And more. The possibilities are vast, and there's lots and tons of opportunities in that. So if you're thinking at all about what kind of like businesses, industries to get into, I hope this video shed some light on those. Now, of course, no technology is perfect. We know this, right? The blockchain has its challenges, mostly kind of scalability and also energy management in form of like the energy that it consumes. But there are ongoing developments that are, of course, addressing those issues. But as we're looking now into 2024 and so on, the blockchain technology really still goes beyond what we can probably currently imagine. And so it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen. I would love to know what, for instance, you think is going to happen with blockchain technology. Drop a comment down below. Let's continue this conversation. Why not? And also, if you want to dive deeper into any single one of the components when we talk of blockchain technology, drop a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button, like it, and I see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.